Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
Fucking
casual?
It don't matter what you know.
fucking
Damn it, what is happening to me? Alright. Got the timer. Okay. Here we go. Ultimate effing casuals. We are back to talk the fights. Joined by my fellow casuals, Nathan, Isaac. How goes it?
Yo, it's going well.
Yeah, going good. Getting hyped for some more main UFC events. We're slowly but steadily ticking toward March.
You know what wasn't good? The Super Bowl. The game itself was a poor game.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a massacre, man. I knew it was gonna be bad.
Yeah, you guys tried to warn me. You really did.
Yeah,
and I watched it anyway.
Yeah, they're just too strong of a team. The Seahawks are too complete. They did a good job covering one of the Seahawks wide receivers, but that was like about it. Everything else got through. But yeah, that was not a good Super Bowl, not at all.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold was the guy that was previously seeing ghosts. I think Drake May was seeing ghosts that time.
I mean, he
really
slaughtered.
was.
He got sacked like 7 or 8 times.
It was bad.
It was so bad. I mean, he had a few like really bad passes. I mean, I think one of the interceptions he threw was egregious. But I mean, he had no protection also. I mean, the Seahawks defense was just having their way with him. It was really bad. I don't know how a quarterback is supposed to like really perform with that type of protection, but I mean, yeah, it's just the Seahawks are that much better.
Did either of you check out the TP USA halftime show?
Yeah, I went up to Broken Bow, Oklahoma to get a cabin with some buddies, and some of them wanted to put it on the other screen, so we took a look at it, and it was strange.
It was really weird. I shouldn't be too surprised, I guess, that Kid Rock was at this stage of his career, his musical career, is lip syncing. You know, he's not really really putting it out there, so I guess it makes sense. But overall, it was an odd show.
There was one clip that like really made me laugh. I don't know who it was, but it was some dude with like a guitar, and like the lyrics were just like something about like he just wants to drink his beer and like cut his grass,
feed my
and
dog.
Like, that just like stuck with me because like it was like so tame.
It's like Chat GPT level lyrics.
Yeah. Those lyrics, like, they stuck with me. But, yeah, that's, like, one of the biggest things I saw from there.
I, too, enjoy feeding my dog. Very human activities.
Well, unfortunately, it wasn't like the Super Bowl itself had I guess I don't know if you guys liked it or not, but our squad wasn't very impressed by the main show offering.
Yeah, I don't really care for Bad Bunny in general. So it didn't really hit for me.
Yeah, I mean, I speak Spanish, and that's a different type of Spanish. The Puerto Rican Spanish,
Islander Spanish is
incredibly difficult to understand. I didn't really get it either.
I saw a post on Twitter where I think it was from somewhere in Latin America where they were laughing at all the Americans that were saying, like, oh, we can't understand Bad Bunny, and they were laughing because they can't understand him either.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It really is true.
Whenever a Spanish speaker is on the mic after a boxing event, I always do my best to accurately translate for the chat, just because usually the interpreters that they have are not very good. But like when a Cuban is up there, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, dude?
Yeah.
Overall, the pageantry was fine. It was cool to see Xander Zayas and Emiliano Vargas there. I like that. That felt like a personal shout out for me. Thanks, Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
I think
that was actually pretty cool. Yeah,
one of my favorite jokes has been, I understand why people are mad that Bad Bunny is performing for the Super Bowl halftime, because he's a nepo baby. His father, Bugs Bunny, has been in entertainment for decades.
That's funny.
Yeah. But overall, what a disappointing game.
yeah.
Let's see here. We do have a little bit of boxing coming up. This isn't the biggest card, but I'm going, so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Not a whole lot going on the undercard. Let's see. Emiliano Vargas, the guy who's in the Super Bowl show, is going to be fighting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Get to see him. How do I know Abel Ramos? I feel like I'm supposed to know him.
Was he the one that fought Barrios?
Yes, that's right. Holy shit, he's still going. Yeah. Do it for us fucking unks, Abel. Fought Cody Crowley. Fought Ugas. Jamal James. Damn, this guy's been around. But the main event, Emmanuel Navarrete, the WBO 130-pound champ, fighting Eduardo Nunez, the IBF 130-pound champ. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this is a banger fight. I really don't see how this fight is not going to deliver. Like, this is one of those you can buy a ticket to, and like you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to be a good fight.
If nothing else, the main event is going to be really good.
Yeah, like this is, I mean, both of their styles, like it's a very good matchup. Going into it, I would have picked Nunez before. What was his last fight? Was it Diaz? Christopher Diaz he fought?
I remember the fight you're
like
talking
that?
about.
Chris
I would
Diaz. I would have picked Nunez to beat Navarrete. But after that performance he had, I'm not sure, man. I feel like Nav has chances to win, especially like he's just lanky. I mean, very awkward style. I feel like Sugar can get caught. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this fight goes.
Looking at the preview section, let's see. There's a fight night card on, but I don't. If you can, at the very least, check out the main event. Should be a good.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's go into the news a little bit. Another. I'm not sure where this one is from. I think Thailand. It's a Bangla MMA and kickboxing event. There was another grievous injury. If you can handle seeing somebody's leg get turned all the way around, I'd recommend. I have the link there, so you can check it out.
Check it out.
It's weird. Like it's a kickboxing fight, and they're kicking and punching and shit, and they get into a headlock, and he picks him up and slams him down, not in a way that you would think somebody's leg would turn 180 degrees.
Wow. Yeah. That's a gruesome injury.
That's
like literally just his leg is on back. It looks like you put a Lego piece on backwards.
Yep.
Where's the link for this at?
It's in the
Can
doc.
you just search it up, Isaac? Oh, it is.
Yep. Bangla MMA.
Wow.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That is wild.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, just wanted to throw in another grievous injury, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. ONE FC and ESPN sign a multi-year deal for the Oceania region. So, kind of goes in parallel with Matchroom Boxing also signed a deal with ESPN for the same region. So pretty cool seeing fight sports still getting
So
broadcasts.
the Samoans, man, all those like those islanders, Pacific Islanders,
Yeah.
joining one.
When I was talking with Shanada about this on the Boxing Before Dark, for the Matchroom deal in particular, it was that given the state that fight sports are in right now, like right now UFC and Paramount, that's like the shining light on the hill, and everybody's kind of chasing that. So to see something like this, something kind of some semblance of that, it's nice to see other orgs also getting picked up. Let's see. Adesanya and Gaethje are not looking past 2027. Will be retiring. I'm surprised that they're going that far. I think Gaethje said he's taken one more fight this year, and that's probably it.
We're getting close to the end for Adesanya. What was it? Was it the Joe Pyfer fight?
Yes.
That's the last one, yeah. I mean, especially if he loses that one, I think it's over. And like, I mean, the way he's talking, I think it's gonna be over regardless, even if he wins. But yeah, man, I mean, these are two great fighters, man. I think if you just like think back, we have had so many entertaining fights and like storylines with these two guys, and yeah, it's definitely gonna be sad seeing them go. But I mean, you gotta go at some point.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have, given their all for the sport, and I mean, you don't want to stay around too long. Gaethje at least gets to go out with a title shot. It looks like he's going to have the chance to fight Topuria. Adesanya won't, but hopefully he can, end his career on a high note, get a win, get out, enjoy life afterwards.
Robert Whittaker is aiming for a return in the summer. Possibly the return will be at 205 because he's currently walking around about 240. He's been enjoying his time off, it seems.
Yeah, I know they had him for the Australian card they just had, and he was very like he said he was frustrated that he could not. Obviously, he was working the desk, but he couldn't. He wanted to be fighting there. Like he was itching to get back to fighting, especially whenever he felt like the Australian atmosphere there. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't think he's that old, but he's been fighting for quite some time now. He reached the championship level, had his fights with Adesanya. He fell short there, but I mean, he attained championship status, which is, I guess, something pretty rare. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. 205 is a bit intriguing, considering like I always thought he was at least like a little bit small for 180. I mean 185. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh man, he hasn't fought since De Ridder. That was mid 2025, so full year off. The UFC will be returning to Canada on April 18th in Ottawa. I haven't seen any fights for this card yet. I think nothing's certain, but I did see they're gonna do Yazdavicius against somebody. Don't remember who.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Canada always gets like boring cards, but we'll see. I mean, they've been really like they've had quite a lot of Canadian events recently. So we'll see who they put on there. I feel like it could really be anyone. I don't think we'll get like the best of the best fights there, but we might get, I don't know, 8, at least maybe some like top 5 matchups or top 10. But yeah, we'll see.
All right, moving on. Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. It's in the works as the co-main for UFC 327. It's an interesting choice to make this fight because there's like Pantoja, I feel deserves the rematch. Manel Kape has been grinding his way up, so not sure what the thinking is here.
Yeah, there was about 4 fights I think that could have been made here. Like you said, Pantoja, Taira, Kape, even, I mean, Horiguchi, perhaps. I mean, he just beat Obazi. Very good win. I don't know if I would have been upset with any of them. I do think, like, Pantoja has been dominant for so long that, like, you know, if his injury wasn't that bad and, like, he could get back relatively quickly, I feel like I would have probably given it to him. But I know the UFC has been really wanting to start digging into that, like, Asian fan base a bit more. So I sort of understand why they're going with Taira at this point. And I think that's a good fight, regardless. It's, you know, 2 young fighters going at it. I think it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, this is like a business decision matchmaking right here. This is, you're hoping very blatantly that Van loses and Taira is the future of your division. Because, I mean, he's 26 in his prime, the type of guy that, you know, he allows you to really break into another market if he's a long reigning champion.
Yes. Yeah, I guess you're right. Still, I think this gives credence to what Usman Nurmagomedov said, the PFL champ. What UFC is not a meritocracy.
Yeah, I mean, I would practically guarantee that if Taira won, like his first title defense would be in Japan. Like they're like immediately trying to book something in Japan if Taira can get that win. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I probably would have given it to Pantoja. Just, I mean, just it's like one of those things with Merab. He was pretty, you know, active. He fought anyone that they would put in front of him, dominant for quite some time. But yeah, this is a business. This is a decision, like Nathan said.
Business decisions. UFC will be coming back to Australia in Perth this May. We had talked about this previously. JDM likely to be the main event, and like he was saying, they're aiming for Prates, so that looks like that's going to be the main event. Really good fight, so it's already starting off with a really solid signing there.
Yeah, I don't see how that one doesn't end in a knockout. That's a very good main event if they make that. Both of them predominantly strikers as well. Yeah, that should be a very fun main event if they make that.
Sage Northcutt signs with Karate Combat.
The name we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, since GFL folded. That was about the time that he went into obscurity.
Yeah, Karate Combat has been doing some weird stuff lately. This is a legitimate signing, though. He was a pretty big prospect at some point. I want to say it was his. I think he actually was like a karate practitioner coming up. At least I think he was, from what I remember. But yeah, it would make sense him signing with Karate Combat. That should be a That's a good signing for them.
He's still young though. Like, why is he signing with Karate Combat, not going elsewhere? That's what's weird.
He had like some pretty big injuries that like put him on the sidelines for some time, and I think he was wrapped up. What was it, in one? I think he was at one for some time. Wrapped up there. He had a few fights there, but yeah, his career has been a bit of a mess. I think in this like time he's been off as well. I think he even got like a real estate license and he took some classes in that. So like, yeah, he's been a bit everywhere for the past few years.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Karate Combat in a little bit. Interesting news that came out of a courtroom during one of the class action suits the UFC is facing. Dana White, under oath, said that he does not run UFC anymore. Like, he doesn't handle operations. And Hunter Campbell does. I'm not sure what to make of that, because it seems like Dana White is like a lightning rod, and he's still like the face of the organization, I think.
He, in some of the things, he's definitely like involved a pretty fair amount. I don't think he's as involved as he used to be, but I don't think it's like he's saying right here that he's like, you know, not involved in any like UFC decision. Although like there are some things like whenever people tend to like ask him things like reporters ask him questions, sometimes he like, I'd say probably like 80% of the time he just doesn't even know the answer to any of these questions. So like I think he's definitely been phased out a good bit. But like Leo said, like he sort of is the face of the brand at this point. Like it's one of those things like Dana White equals UFC, UFC equals Dana White. It like both of them are just so correlated at this point that, you know, perhaps he's not making big decisions, but he's definitely like a big deal when it comes to the UFC, even at this point.
Yeah, it strikes me as like maybe they legitimately reworded their. I mean, I guess they had to if he said something under oath, where like he in writing isn't directly controlling stuff, but his fingerprints are all over the decisions that are currently made. Like the White House card is totally a Dana White idea.
Absolutely.
Right. And even if like Hunter is technically in charge, you can't tell me that Dana's not sitting right next to there, you know, saying here are things you should and shouldn't do. Right. And, you know, maybe they try to spin it that he's like a consultant of some kind, but like we all know what's happening. Like Dana's got his fingers in it.
It's like a hand in a glove, kind of. Hunter Campbell's the glove, so technically that's what's touching everything, but Dana White's hand is manipulating everything. Just thought it was weird that they would say that in court. When it's pretty
yeah. I mean, what's
not
hilarious?
True.
What's hilarious here is that like he said this like you said under oath, and then like I mean we just heard like today or like yesterday that he was in the war room. They were planning out the White House card, like all the fights, and it's like, I mean, he's definitely still involved, like at least, you know, to a noticeable amount when it comes to making some of these fights. So like, I mean, him saying that he's not involved whatsoever with UFC decisions, I mean, I don't know. It just seems a bit like he said something like that sounds absolute, which it just seems impossible. At the moment, at least.
Did Dana White just perjure himself?
I mean, yeah. Well, it's like one of those things. It's like a gray line because, like, what Nathan said, that they could just like write it up like he's a consultant or something like that. But yeah, it is a weird thing.
Chris Cyborg ending her MMA career. Plans to start boxing. I want to find it.
I was about to say like good for her, like, you know, well done, and then she's going into boxing. Like that's not gonna end well. I don't think there's even that much money to be made from her, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. Chris Cyborg's
That's
name is Christian Justino Venancio. I didn't know that.
I don't think I've ever heard her full name. Yeah, I've never heard her full name. That is hilarious though. She had a pretty mega MMA career. Pretty much everyone was just Amanda Nunes. Other than that fight, it's pretty much just been domination for her. But yeah, it is pretty hilarious that she's gonna be boxing still. Which she's already been boxing a bit, right?
Yes, she
I
has.
feel like I remember seeing her in a few boxing events. Yeah.
Last thing, Zhang Wei Li launches her own fight promotion, Born to Fight. The first event was on February 8th. So that's cool.
Intriguing. Another Asian organization. Should be cool.
Let me see. That's it for the news. I'm going to put some fucking info in here. Let's see. Social media handle, LVX Media Net. It's the same one everywhere. Wherever you're listening, if you could hit us with a rating, it really helps. And if you want behind-the-scenes stuff, ad-free stuff, patreon.com/LVXMediaNet. Do you have that nagging feeling of being exposed when you're online? In today's world, a simple antivirus isn't enough. Your digital life, your photos, your bank accounts, your family's privacy, it all needs more than just a basic firewall. You need Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is your complete shield against the chaos of the internet. The powerful next-generation antivirus instantly quarantines threats, locks down malware before it can do any damage. But it doesn't stop there. It includes an ultra-fast, ultra-private VPN to encrypt your connections, keeping your location and data private while you're on public Wi-Fi. Plus, the integrated ad blocker makes your browsing cleaner and faster. Whether you're protecting your personal machine or securing the whole household, Malwarebytes is a plan for you. Go to lvx.be/mwb, but find the subscription that's right for you. Don't wait for the next error message. Take control of your digital peace at lvx.be/mwb. Dandruff doesn't just affect your hair, it chips away at your confidence. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. It's time to say bye to Flakes with Flakes. Flakes isn't a scented wash you get from the grocery store that just masks the problem. It's a powerful, medically formulated treatment designed to get to the root of the toughest dandruff. Flakes works fast to control the flaking, calm the itching, and soothe the redness that's on your scalp. And here's another pro tip. Flakes will also help with that stubborn beard druff, if you have that too. Imagine feeling completely free to wear whatever you want, whenever you want to. Imagine just focusing on your day and not on your scalp. That's the difference that Flakes makes. Go to lvx.be/flakes for a nice little discount while you help us out a little bit in the process. Don't settle for temporary fixes that smell like the produce section of your grocery store. Fight back with the shampoo that dermatologists trust. lvx.be/flakes. All right, into the recaps. Sunday, February 8th. Born to Fight 1 in Handan, China. There's really not a whole lot to mention here. It's a lot of lower level, people making their debuts or people with lopsided records. A lot of stoppages, so that was cool. But the main event, Shao Kahn Fang. You may remember when she was being carted off on a stretcher with a neck brace after Shi Ming kicked her fucking head off. She got a stoppage in 2.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's fun. But that's really it. Just wanted to point that one out. It was like all Chinese fighters. I think maybe there were 3 that were not Chinese. But let's move on. Thursday, February 12th, UFC BJJ 5 at the Meta Apex. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know what I was thinking when I turned this on, but I did. Let's see. The ones that stood out, Jalen Fonasier, I think it is, submits Carlos Oliveira in 1. It was fun. Rebecca Lima submits Taylor Ellis in 2. Andy Murasaki submits Andy Varela in 1. That one was actually pretty damn good. The middleweight champ, Ronaldo Jr., gets a decision win, and the bantamweight champ, Mikey Musumeci, submits Shea Montague in 2. He ended up calling out Arman Sarukian for a grappling event.
Because Arman does those pretty frequently, right? Because,
he does the
exhibition
freestyle
grappling one, yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see if they do that.
Friday, February 13th. Starting off with 1 Friday fights, 142. There were a few I wanted to point out. Doc Mai Fai Top Fairy is this guy's name.
Wow.
Got a huge stoppage in 3. It was actually really good. To be brutally stopped by a guy named Top Fairy might be time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Shea Lay
Top
Wedderburn.
Fairy.
Yeah, Top Fairy. Shea Lay Wedderburn stops Joanne Law in 2. This one wasn't all that great. It was just to point out the difference in where the line is drawn. Like this was stopped on a cut, and it wasn't really that bad, especially compared to other cuts that we see in combat sports. This was not terrible, but they stopped it anyway. It's kind of weird. The co-main, a guy named Don King, gets knocked out. It's a good one.
Oh, we've been waiting for this day forever.
Yes.
Wish that guy would get knocked out. All I can celebrate through this other guy's unfortunate circumstances.
Moving on. One fight night 40. What the hell was that? Good stuff all throughout the card. Let's see here. What do I got? Adrian Lee, the younger brother of the lightweight MMA champ Christian Lee, gets a stoppage in 1. That was cool. Ben Tynan, I think he calls himself Vanilla Thunder. It's a Canadian guy, wears a shirt that has a tuxedo pattern on it. Who else? The co-main event, Nico Carrillo gets a unanimous decision over Shadow to claim the featherweight Muay Thai interim title. This is a fight of the year contender, like no question. This is an incredible fight to watch. Really good. I would recommend it. And in the main, strawweight kickboxing champ Jackie Buntan loses a split decision to Stella Hemmetsberger. All right. Karate Combat 59. High Strangeness. A lot of stoppages. It was pretty cool. Let's see. The one that stood out, Malcolm Schuyler. He goes by Winged Sea. You might have seen him in like street beefs and those like backyard fight videos. He always wears a pair of wings. Does like anime poses.
Yeah, he has like a bad tattoo. It's like a bandana or a tattoo.
He has a bandana tattooed on his head. He has a cross tattooed to his chest and like a giant red circle. Not sure what he's going for there, but he got a stoppage. Big KO win.
Damn.
Congrats.
he better make this whole fighting thing work out. This man has some terrible tattoos.
Uriah Hall got a stoppage in 1. That was a good one. The fucking strawweight title was on the line. It was pretty boring. I was disappointed. I guess after all the knockouts, a decision doesn't sit very well. Let's see here. Walter Walker submits Zion Clark. This was an open weight grappling match. Are you guys familiar with who Zion Clark is?
Yes.
Okay.
This was, I mean, this is about as gimmick gets, right?
Absolutely.
Like, surely. Like, I gotta say, like, there was some parts of it that were hilarious. Like, at one point, I mean, this whole thing started because I'm pretty sure, like, after one of Walter Walker's submissions in the UFC, because he gets, what is it, like 3 or 4 heel hooks back to back.
Yes.
After one of them, someone online suggested, I mean, purely as a joke, as a meme, that they should make Zion Clark versus Walter Walker just to see if, he'll still win. If Walker is still able to win. Man, whenever I saw Walter Walker, he shot, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, he went like he was, like, putting a heel hook in on Zion Clark. Dude, I lost it. Like, that sent me so bad whenever he tried to do it. It's like, man, this is just extreme. I know this is a gimmick, but that was just a very, very funny moment. But yeah, I mean, this is a wild thing to see put on as an event. I don't even know what else to say about it. I mean, because like, there's just not much you can say. Like, I mean, Zion Clark, for what he's got, he's like pretty athletic, but I mean, it's just this is like super gimmicky fight.
Yeah.
At least he got paid.
It was. I was saying while it was happening, it was like, very clearly this is fucking staged. Like, Walter would be giving up a hand or an arm or something, and Zion Clark would do stuff with it. But like, when it came down to it, Walter just kind of stood up, walked around him, and then grabbed him and submitted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a very interesting choice by Karate Combat. That's all I got, though. Jeez. Said this was a light weekend, and I really went digging for extra stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to talk about Karate Combat. They've been doing some I don't know. That's one of the wildest things I've ever seen.
All right, let's keep rolling. Let me throw some notes in here. Let's see. If you want a MMA calendar, go to lvxmedia.net. Scroll down. It's right there. The phone line, if you want to give me your spiciest takes, 833-589-7637. Yeah, throw them in WhatsApp for ideal reception. And if you want to join us in Discord, lvx.be/discord. What if your best thinking day wasn't a lucky accident? What if you could access that clarity, that sharp focus, that feeling of being completely on whenever you need it? We live in a world of distraction, where mental fog can settle in before noon. You need a natural edge, a simple way to clear the noise and elevate your mind. Introducing psilocybin, the daily supplement powered by extraordinary magic mushrooms. For centuries, these mushrooms have been revered for the unique compounds that support brain health in very groovy ways. Psilocybin has harnessed that power, making it easy to integrate it into your daily routine. When you take psilocybin, you're not getting a jolt of caffeine or a rush of sugar. You're nurturing your mind's long-term health and inner tranquility. Experience better focus for complex tasks, sharper memory recall, or a consistent, calmer energy throughout the day. Whatever you need, psilocybin has a supplement for you. Ready to cut through the mental clutter? Are you ready to tap into your highest potential? Go to lvx.be/soul. That's lvx.be/soul. Get yourself a nice discount while helping us out while you're at it. Unlock your mind's clarity with psilocybin. Look around you. The food on your plate, the plants in the garden, they all depend on one tiny little hero, the honeybee. But bees are struggling, and the health of our planet is at stake, not to mention a third of what's on our dinner plate. Project Honeybee steps in with the belief that saving the bees can start with something beautiful. With a catalog of stunning bee-themed jewelry, necklaces, earrings, and charms that capture the spirit of the hive. When you wear a piece from Project Honeybees, you're not just wearing art, you're wearing your commitment to the buzzing buddies. Every single purchase directly funds conservation efforts, creating safe bee habitats, sponsoring research, and educating communities. It's beautiful jewelry with a purpose. Go to lvx.be/bees to get yourself a nice little discount and help us out in the process. Make an impact and look incredible while doing it. Find your next piece today at lvx.be/bees. Wear the change. Buzz, buzz, bitch. Okay. Into the previews. It's a short one today. Starting with Friday, February 27th. One Friday Fights, 144. Saturday, February 28th. Real American Freestyle 6. This one's going to be down the street from me, but I'll be busy. I wanted to point it out because Henry Cejudo is wrestling Uriah Faber in the main event. Arman Tsarukyan versus Giorgio Poulas in the co-main event. And after that, or before the co-main, David Carr versus Bubba Jenkins for the welterweight title.
This is actually wild.
How bad is it that Armin's like the second best fighter in his division and he's going off to some other organization to go wrestle? How crazy is that? He shouldn't have the time to be doing this. The UFC should be putting him in a fight.
This is insane. I understand why like stuff like Henry Cejudo here, Uriah Faber, like they're unks. You know, they're pretty well-known wrestlers, but yeah, I mean, there's no reason why Arman Tsarukyan should be here, man.
RAF
I gotta say
is
this,
owned by the same people that own UFC and Zuffa.
Yeah, I mean, I know Armin's rich enough, but I mean, I guess I still hope like he's getting compensated fairly well for this. But man, this card actually has some wild names on it. And now that I'm looking at it, like Muhammad Makayev's gonna be on here. Chad Mendez, Clay Guida, Benson Henderson. I mean, they got some old head of wrestlers on here. Yeah, I might actually tune in. This is like the first one I'll probably watch.
To watch it, you have to have a subscription to Fox Nation, which is the streaming version of Fox News.
Ah, okay. You know, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'll figure out where do I.
But yeah, RAF 6. I think there's a lot of UFC like retirees or just they keep busy here.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, you know, they want to still be involved in the game. A lot of them like end up like coaching at gyms. Like for people like Clay Guida, Chad Mendez, Benson Henderson, Henry Cejudo, Uriah Faber, this makes sense. Arman Tsarukyan, there was no reason why he should be here. Like that's just insane. That I'm trying to figure out a comparison like in boxing. I mean, that'd be like seeing like Moses Atama at some regional like amateur circuit. Like there's no point. There's no point in it.
Moses Atama on Street
Yeah,
Beefs.
or like Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, Virgil Ortiz on Street Beefs. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, RAF is, like I said, it's owned by UFC, like the BJJ circuit. They have this as well. Also makes sense why Musumeci called out Sarukian, because it's an easy transition. I think Sarukian is just trying to keep busy, trying to stay sharp. Why he has to do this is the actual problem. It's I don't know how many times I've seen it posted, but there have been a lot of like chatter about who did he upset? Who did he make mad? And if he did, what more does he have to do to move past it? Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous, but that he's here, but still, it's cool. He's in my city, so that's fun. Let's see. Last thing on the docket, UFC Fight Night 268 in Mexico City. What do we have in the prelims? Eileen Perez is enjoyable to watch sometimes. I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, I mean, in the prelims, yeah, that actually might be the only fight. Oh man, Chris Moutinho is here. What? This is that Sean O'Malley fought. Like the green haired dude.
Oh shit!
That O'Malley put a beating on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only other name. Yeah, I'll watch those two fights, I guess.
In the main portion of the card, Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco at bantamweight. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas at flyweight. Edgar Caires versus Felipe Bunes, flyweight. That should be good. Daniel Zaluber versus King Green at lightweight.
I'll be tuning in for that one, yeah.
Leave Bobby alone.
Yeah, this could go really, really. We never heard anything. I don't that like I'm seeing his name here. What happened in his last fight? Remember he said he couldn't walk? Like they had to cancel his last fight. He said he was like because he I forget who it was. He had a fight scheduled that they had to pull, and like he said online that like they had to pull the fight because he wasn't able to walk anymore. And then now I'm seeing him. He's got a fight booked. I'm wondering whatever happened.
It was UFC 319 when he pulled out.
Well, I went on to his Twitter account. He has not made a post since 2017. So
I don't see anything specifying what happened to him. Just that he was injured.
All right.
But he's back. Zaluber was he fought at the Sphere, right? He had that like fight of the year contender.
Yeah, with Esteban Ribovic. Really, really good fight. And then I think Zaluber lost against Michael Johnson recently. I think that was his last fight. Johnson put up a pretty good performance. I think that's how that fight went at least. But yeah, I mean he should get this win. If he doesn't get the win here, then like hype is completely derailed. He's purely just gonna be used for good fights. If he doesn't get a win here, but yeah, we'll see. He should get the win. Should.
I would hope so. Against King Green.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be a pretty exciting fight. Someone's probably getting knocked out.
Striking matchup.
Marlon Vera versus David Martinez. 8th and 10th.
That's a good fight.
Another one that, if nothing else, I mean, this is going to be an awesome fight. Like, neither of these guys are, especially at bantamweight, contenders, but like, man, can they throw down? So I'm expecting some fireworks. This should be really, really good co-main.
Who was it? David Martinez just beat someone where he was an underdog. Was it Rob Font? I think it was Rob Font, and like I think that was a pretty surprising victory because I think it was like on a few days short notice as well. Yeah. They're actually moving up along quite quickly. Putting him against Chito Vera here, but I guess him winning against Font is a decent sign that he's, he deserves a ranking at least, and we'll see. It was a fun fight from what I remember too, so I think that's what they're banking on here too. But yeah, like Nathan said, it should be a good fight.
Oh man, Brandon Moreno, 5th at flyweight, takes late replacement Lonier Kavanaugh, who is 15th. I like Lonier a lot. I don't know. I think this might be too much.
I think this is well timed, right? Like, because rankings wise, this is kind of a horrific matchup, like 5 versus 15. But Moreno has been, kind of steadily trickling off since he lost his title. He's still good, but he's not the elite fighter he was. And I think this is a really all-in maneuver, right? If you get, Kavanaugh to get this win here, he's immediately a title contender. That's new life in this flyweight division. Like, brand new face. They clearly have been trying to push this guy. And I say go for it. Right now, Moreno, in my opinion, like, despite his ranking, has no real shot even to get back to a title. But even if he got there, I don't think he'd win against, Van or Pantoja if he got another shot at him. And so, yeah, give him the new guy. Let's see, if he's actually capable of doing something.
And this is on like somewhat short notice, by the way, because the original main event was actually Almabayev Moreno, but I think Almabayev had to pull up for some injury reasons. So they just pushed Loner Kavanaugh in. Like, it wasn't like super short notice, but it's like within the past like 2 weeks, they had a substitute Loner in. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if like Moreno has dropped enough, and Kavanaugh has like increased his skill enough to where like he's passing by him at the right time. But yeah, I really don't know what to think here because Moreno got like beat pretty handedly by what was it, Taita?
Yeah.
In his last fight. So yeah, he's definitely on the downswing at the moment. So I think anything could happen. Yeah, there's some fun fights on here. Not a lot of name value, but some decently fun fights.
He got beat by Royval in another Mexico City card. I remember that was one of my first exposures to Royval.
Yeah.
2 wins, Albazi and Urseg. Then he gets stopped. Is he right for the picking?
It could be time, yeah.
Yeah, I would say yes. It's just I'm just not sure if Kavanaugh's the one to do it. As much as I do like Kavanaugh.
I'm gonna pick Moreno just because it's one of those things I'm gonna have to see it. Like I know Moreno can't really hang with like the top dudes anymore, but like for someone like Kavanaugh, I'm just gonna have to continue picking Moreno for the moment. I'm just gonna have to see Kavanaugh do it before I can believe it.
I think I'm going for the late replacement underdog here. Gotta out with the old. Sorry, Brandon.
It could be time, man.
Yeah, it could be time. That's all we got on the docket, though. Did Zion Clark sign another fight that I haven't heard of? That's it, though. So,
I guess I do have a follow-on, maybe little topic. Have you all noticed how like not very far we are scheduled out in this Paramount Plus era. Like, we just have pay-per-views in March, right? And it's just one? Or do we have a second one scheduled? I guess it's not pay-per-views anymore, but you know what I mean. The main
numbered events.
Yeah.
24 and 25 were in January. 26 is in March, I believe. And 27, I don't think it's... I think what's happening is that we're not scheduled out because the White House event. And they're trying to keep names free for that.
I think they're having a plan pretty far out because that White House card, if they're gonna stack it like we think they're gonna stack it, like they also have to make sure that the pay-per-view events around that, you know, also have enough like championship fights. So they're having a plan, like, I guess, a little bit further ahead.
Because 327 should be in about the time frame of the White House card. I thought the White House card was going to be a numbered event, to be honest with you, but I don't know. That's all I got, though. Speculation. I think they're trying to keep from booking people just in case they need them for White House.
Yeah, White House.
Yep.
It does make sense, but it is kind of like, you know, where's our stars at? I guess we got to get through that era first, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, we are heading into UFC Mexico City. Parting words.
Bit of a weaker event. I'm definitely gonna watch because there's gonna be some good fights. I don't know, like some of these are gonna deliver. But yeah, you know, we're slowly starting to trickle these events. We're getting closer to that White House card. You know, they've said that they have some events already laid out for the White House card, so I'm actually pretty excited. Hopefully we hear like some news about the upcoming pay-per-views we have, you know, including the White House. But yeah, some good times around the corner.
Yeah, and I think the fact that all this is still happening on a platform where the pay-per-view model's dead, right? We're not stuck here having to like shell out money for, you know, the some event that's like, you know, not going to live up to hype. You know, we don't have many number of events coming up, but we do have, you know, a lot of really good fight nights coming up, and I mean, it's still an exciting time. We're just eagerly awaiting any next news that we get. So,
all right, that's it for this edition of the Ultimate Effing Casuals. See you on the other side.
See.